There's been some question in the past when I painted my mountain range rocks for the plaster castings, what I used. I use these, it's called Earth Color Liquid, I think they call them Liquid Pigments, Woodland Scenic. I just get the kit, comes with 8 different colors in it, but you get white, concrete, stone gray, slate gray, black, raw umber, burnt umber, and yellow ochre. And these are about the size of the bottles, and you get 8 of them. This here is the black. And you just mix it with water, and you put it, this portal here, it's under here, that I use the concrete and the slate gray. I use only a little slate gray, and then some black wash. And then for the rocks up here, these are the color combinations I've used. Burnt umber, which is a brownish color, reddish brown. Yellow ochre, just sort of a orangish yellow, and black for black wash. And it gives you on the back of this thing sort of the different ratios you can do. Hey everyone, so I'm ready to spray with a little glue. Let's put some glue in a sprayer. I'm going to be kind of gingerly with this. It's getting on some of my scenery over here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a paper towel to cover that up. Get it quite a bit on there though. Okay, now I want to make sure. Got some over here. Everyone, I just want to give you an update on these rocks. It's still a little wet. This has been almost, I would say almost 20 some hours since I painted them, and yeah, they're still a little damp, but this is what they look like. Some of them turned out a little darker than I thought they would, and some of them turned out perfect. So this is kind of what they look like. I can lighten them up if I need to. Like I said, this stuff is still pretty wet, so I can't really do anything until it dries. But I can do, I can put this stuff in, and what I did is I made little patterns. So like this one pattern's for a brick wall, and this one's for a larger retaining wall, brick wall. And so I'll just take these and put them on my piece here. This piece is supposed to be 6 inches. They claim it's 6 inches by 13, but it's not, because the edge of this doesn't go all the way to the edge of the brick wall. So I have cut out and glued in, and right now there's a bunch of T-pins in there. And you might be going, why would you put T-pins in there? It's going to make hole, right? Not really. So this is that stuff, that flexible brick stuff that I have. As you can see, it does flex. It has a self-adhesive on it, but it doesn't really work with the self-adhesive on a surface that is curved and bumpy. If it's bumpy like your plaster cloth, you really need to use glue. And I just use, I'm using this Woodland Scenic glue. I've been using it for everything. I still got almost a half a container left of this stuff, and it's worked for everything I need to glue in. So for all you guys and gals that don't remember, the other flexible rock wall I have is this one. And this is not even done over here. I mean, I added some stuff along here just to add some stuff and let it dry and see what happened. I think it can go even a little bit more bushiness, but you see what I mean by kind of hide it. There are seams that, you know, end up showing up after you put that stuff in, that you have to put some foliage and stuff around just to kind of cover up any seams. And that's what I'm going to have to do with this one. And those rocks are still wet. It does look cool from this angle. Check it out though. I mean, it does look pretty cool. Those colors, I think it looks cool. They do look a little dark on the video, but they're not too bad. So that's that rock wall from this section here. That's sort of the angle. We kind of back off because we have to do that tunnel portal right there. You can see that rock wall is along there. So yeah, I still have to put the tunnel portals in and paint them right here. So that's kind of why I wanted to do this, is make sure that that was in there before I got the tunnel portal, just in case, like, because I can always cut some of this, but I can't cut a tunnel portal. So I can sand a tunnel portal before I put it in, but I can't cut it. So there's that road from that section there, and you can see that's what we're working on. And I would like to do the road striping along here too, but I think before I did well, I probably want to do the road striping pretty quick, but before I do the road striping, I want to still put the scenery. I've used this stuff before, like I said, over by the co-fuel area, and it turned out pretty well. It takes a while to dry. Hello everyone! It's only 3 hours ago that I did this little section here with the foam putty, and it usually takes several hours to dry. Like I thought it was going to take 5 or 6 hours. It's not even 3 hours later, and this is completely dry. Okay guys, I want to test out the areas of the track that we put the crossing areas at. So I did stick on just my little Santa Fe freight train here. And I want to run it around the layout and make sure it works. I'm testing out all my trains with these rail crossings, and I'm noticing that this larger Cato train here from the Silver Streak Zephyr is having a little bit of problem right here on this track area. So I'm gonna have to come over here and make some adjustments. It's still going, but you can notice that it has a little stall on it. It's somewhat stalling on the front engine when it comes up on this one. The one over there, it has no problem whatsoever, but this one, it seems to have some issue. So I'm gonna probably have to fix this up. Hello everyone. So this section here is dry, and that's what it looks like with sort of the rear with the loading dock. I still have a couple extra things I need to put on here. I want to dress this loading dock up, and I'm going to be adding some stairs. The reason I haven't put this awning on is I've been considering putting some little wall-mounted lights in there. So the Just Plug wall-mounted lights, gooseneck. They're very tiny. And I was thinking of putting some somewhere right around this area here. I'm thinking like maybe between this window and this door, or between this door and that window. So either one right there or one right over there. And these things, I've seen them. I've seen another YouTube video with these lights, and they give off a heck of a lot of light. I started weathering the roads a little bit using a very fine grit sandpaper to kind of get them worn out. And I kind of like it the way it is, but I may go a little bit more, wear it out a little bit more, and maybe do a wash on it. Caravan over here, the test fit this. And you know it's very hard to tell. There's like some other scenic details that will go with it. And I did test fit one of my other pickup trucks to see if they'd fit in here, and it would. And I want to put a little dirt road there. But there will be some trees and stuff all along there. But obviously we're pretty far away from adding the scenic details. I just want to make sure it would fit and all that, and it looks like it's going to. So I have green stuff here, and there are going to be trees up in here. I want to kind of canopy the road in this section, so it's going to be very detailed with stuff. And it's probably going to be clear in here. I still have to put the tunnel portals on, but they're going to be wet for a while. These rocks down here finally dried. They took 4 days to dry, so unfortunately I didn't get this other rock painted yet. Because I started doing, like I said, weathering the roads, and I'm going to start, once I have the roads all weathered, I will start adding the line marking where these rocks are. The surface rocks didn't really turn out the way I wanted them to, so I got the 1, 2, 3, and I have this other one here. It's pretty nice. I'm going to redo the surface rocks. This one turned out great. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 of them that didn't turn out the way I wanted to. And you can see all this paint that ran off. It looks like I painted a riverbed. I didn't. That's just runoff from what I did.